I got this a long time ago. It's a little coffee mug. Looks like an old Canon L-mount lens. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time since I made a video. It's probably been a few weeks, which is not normal. So today's a little bit of a where have I been, what have I been doing type of video. If you notice, I've rearranged my office a little bit. I think I'm going to put maybe a light back there to warm it up. It seems like it's a little cold in here with the white. I got my little light right there, so I got to change things up. So rearranged the office. I've changed gear around. We'll go through that in just a second. I've changed cars and kind of what I'm thinking next. But you know, it's been really busy. I'm coaching a hockey team and I'm working, and there's things going on in the work front that, I mean, it's fourth quarter in sales, which is always a big push, and then there's other things going on, stuff like that. And so it's been busy. I lost my voice for like a week and a half. I couldn't even really talk. I mean, it was just very, very strained. It's just a lot. And we're going to Notre Dame this weekend with my kid who's playing hockey, and we're bringing cameras, all that stuff. But I want to get you up to date on some gear changes and also car changes, and and then what I'm thinking I'm going to do for a little while on the channel, because I like a certain approach. So first of all, this is being recorded on a hold on a second. Let me see if I can show you this. On a Fuji X-T4, and if you look, that lens, that's the 14mm f2.8. So why do I have an X-T4? Well, it's got a flip screen. But why do I have Fuji? Because I've got more Fuji. And I walked into Woodward Camera at one point, and somebody brought in a whole box of Fuji gear they're trading in for something else, and they had the 14 f2.8. I've never shot that lens. I heard it's really good, sharp, whatever. It not being 1.4 like the 16mm is obviously a downside, but it's got the manual focus clutch, and it's from that first generation of Fuji lenses that I really like. So I picked up the 14-2.8, trying to see if it worked for video. I don't know. But let's grab this and go for a little walk, see if this works. I picked up some other stuff, and this is what I want to show you guys. So let me click this on right here. You guys see my cool little F1 car. And so let's talk cameras. Like I said, I've got the Fujifilm X-T4, and I picked up a couple other cameras. So what we have right here is the Fujifilm X-T5. I've had this camera before, had it in black. I had some issues with the SD card reader. They've released some firmware. It seems to have been fixed, and I missed it, so I got it again in silver. And what you'll notice right on top here is that this bad boy is the Voigtlander 23mm f1.2 lens. Now, I am falling more in love with the 35mm lens. So a 23mm is equivalent to 35 on crop sensor. And a fast one, so 1.2, 1.4, something like that for the shallow depth of field. But I didn't like the big 23 1.4 that Fuji has. I mean, I like it. It's an awesome lens. I just didn't want something that size. And so this Voigtlander is a lot smaller, and even though it's manual focus, it's awesome. And it's metal, so it kind of reminds me of my Leica glass. So I bought the Fujifilm X-T5 with that 23mm f1.2. Next to it, if you guys see, I have my 8E1. I've always had that. That's not new. That's still the same old, same old. But what I picked up for film next to it is this Nikon FE2. And I got the little 50mm 1.8 E-series lens on there with an aperture ring. You guys kind of notice I'm going for a certain theme. It's like small, aperture ring, that whole feel. I'm running a roll of Ultramax through this right now to kind of see if the camera works well. But I love this. I mean, the top is brass. It's got, you guys see right here, see this? It's got, right here. It's got exposure compensation on it, so I'm shooting one stop overexposed. I love that. And if you see, even though this camera is fully electronics, what the FE stands for, I believe, it's got an M250, so if a battery dies, you can put it on mechanical and it'll shoot at 1/250th of a second. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm shooting this. But let's open up the closet here, the cabinet, and go through a couple more pieces of gear. So for lenses for Fuji, what do I have? I've got the 50mm f2, awesome little Fujichrome. Again, keeping with the small size. Got the 35 f2. I've always liked the rendering of that lens, so I got that as well. The X-T5 came with the 16-80 kit lens, so I've got that. Some people dog on this lens. I've only shot a few shots with this, but it seems to be pretty sharp. I like it a lot. I've got this M-mount Voigtlander, what is it, 35mm f2.5. I'm selling this. I have all the boxes back here. You see the boxes in the back? If you're interested in this Voigtlander 35mm f2.5, I am selling this lens. It's in perfect condition. It's had a B+W filter on it the entire time. It looks good. I'm also going to be selling this manual focus, or maybe give it away. TT Artisans. What is this lens? 25mm. I got this for free on Micro Four Thirds. So if you're interested in this, let me know. I have the box for that as well. And then I'm selling my Leica 9mm f1.7 from Micro Four Thirds. I got the box. I'm selling this 25mm f1.8 for Olympus. I got the box of this as well. And I'm selling the 45mm f1.8 as well. I've been holding on to these. I've been contemplating maybe picking up a small Micro Four Thirds camera to put that 25 on or the 45 on, because the lenses aren't expensive and they're like brand new, so it's almost worth it for me to keep. We'll see. But if you're interested in it, let me know. Message me below, and I can be persuaded to sell it. Another camera that I got, I want to show you guys. Flip this around. This was given me by a buddy. This is an old Nikon. What is this thing? D70, I believe it is. Now, the reason why I got this, or why I was given this, is because inside this, even though it's a crop sensor, it is a CCD sensor. And so I just ordered a compact flash to USB-C reader, and I'll be shooting some of this. I'm really interested to see how the black and white works. Look at the screen on the back of this thing. It's super small, whatever, but it's an OVF, and it's got the big chunky grip. I'm really, really excited to shoot this. And so I got the 51.8 on this as well. And I'll probably go out and talk about this a little bit in a future video. I also got with it this 18-70 kind of kit lens. We'll see if it's okay. And then I got a macro Sigma lens with it as well. So, you know, I'm kind of going for this, small. Everything's got something, like the CCD sensor output. That's why I have this. The Fuji for whatever it offers. That's why I have that. And then also my film cameras right there. And from film, I've got some XP2, some T-Max 400, some Acros 100, some Cinestill 400 right there, 400D, and then I got some Portra 400 right here as well. So we'll be running that through as well. And that's pretty much it. That's all I've got right now in terms of cameras. So that's what I'm shooting. I also made some other changes. I want to show you my car that I made a change. All right, let's go outside. Oh, it's blown out. Holy crap. So you guys see this right here? This is my Mustang Mach-E GT Performance Extended Range all-wheel drive. You guys remember I had the GMC 2500 Denali diesel. I sold it, and the reason why I sold it is because we are going to be getting a motorhome instead of the fifth wheel. But you know, it's cool. It's got the like smoked out package up front. It's got the lip spoiler. We got the 20-inch wheels with the P0 tires on it. You guys can see this or not. Got the Brembo brakes on there. It's a pretty cool car. I didn't think I'd be into the EV thing, but I'm kind of into it right now. And yeah, it's a slick looking car. So yeah, I mean that's what we've got going on. We're going to be getting a motorhome, and I'm telling you all this because I'm going to do some stuff talking about the EV, not really photography related as much. And I'm going to be talking about the motorhome that we're going to be getting. It's being delivered to us, I think, next week, probably. And I'm going to do a series. So, you know, one person I really like on YouTube a lot is Dan Milner. He talks about photography stuff quite a bit. It's not so much gear talk all the time. I'm trying to stay away from that, even though this video is very gear focused right now. And what he does is he kind of does like, you know, photo diary or diary notes. And I've realized that that's probably the approach that's going to work best for me moving forward. And what I mean by that is like I'm going to be going on trips. For example, I'm going on this trip to Notre Dame this weekend for a hockey tournament. If I have a chance to tour Notre Dame and take some photos, I think that would be cool to kind of take photos and just record random clips and talk about things and bring you guys along. It's almost like vlogging meets photography and whatever topic's important. So maybe I will be talking about the review of a 23mm 1.2 on the Voigtlander. Maybe I'll be talking about the FE2 a little bit, but it'll be more like vlogs, kind of clips, I don't know, things I'm saying, talking about, and bring it in as part of the story. That's kind of what I'm after. And so that's what's been going on with me. All right. Okay, so I was going to go all Micro Four Thirds. I was all Micro Four Thirds, but I just found myself gravitating towards the Fuji a bit more, and I ended up picking that up and going back with it. It's not really about the gear thing. It's just more about, kind of where I'm at from a mental perspective, small lenses, kind of that feel that I'm really enjoying photography. I've been taking photos. I haven't been posting as much on Instagram. I haven't made YouTube videos for you guys in a few weeks. Just kind of gave myself a break to kind of settle down. And even though I just realized I switched everything to Fuji, I just have not been interested in the gear as much. This stuff's been coming out. I canceled my Nikon ZF pre-order. I had a pre-order for that just to kind of see what it was all about. I canceled the Nikon ZF pre-order because, the Nikon ZF itself is a cool camera. Like, it's got the brass top. It matches really well with that FE2. In fact, I thought about, like, if I'm going to have that FE2 and I'm going to have that Nikon CCD D70 DSLR, it'd make really good sense to do that. But then, you're talking about adapters for the F-mount lenses. If you look at the Nikon ZF itself, the only two lenses that really fit its retro aesthetic are the 28 F2 and the 40 F2 in their like retro. They have a retro version, right? When you start going outside of that and start putting the 1.8 lenses on it or some of their bigger zooms on it or bigger primes, it really is kind of a weird camera, or the aesthetic's kind of weird. And I feel like Fuji, their entire ethos or aesthetic is built into what they do. Their lenses have aperture rings, they're metal lenses most of the time. The dials on top, all that stuff all kind of fits, unless you start going the XH2 route and that kind of thing. And so for me, having this XT4, which I can put lenses on, has a flip screen so I can see myself, and having the XT5, I thought made a lot of sense. So that's where I'm at. So, moving forward, I think you're going to see some stuff from me. I don't know if I would call it photo diaries, but maybe it's like photo stories or something to that extent. And it's whenever I go somewhere where there's going to be reasons for me to bring my camera that I want to document and take pictures and share with you guys, and maybe even talk about the gear that I'm using a little bit, I'm going to do it that way. And I kind of suspect that if it's not recorded on this XT4, that maybe it's recorded on like a GoPro, because I need to make it simple and easy. I have the iPhone 15 Pro as well, so I was due for an upgrade. I got $1,000 to turn my iPhone 13 Pro in, and the new iPhone 15 Pro is $1,000, so it cost me essentially nothing besides the taxes on the actual phone itself. And I can record on that too. And so I feel like just having the small option, whether it's a GoPro or it's the iPhone to record some video and input some clips, plus my camera is probably the way to go for me to make more videos. I'm out and about. Like I said, go to Notre Dame this weekend, going to Florida again in December. I'm going skiing again in January, Myrtle Beach in April. There might be some international trips coming up early next year, snowmobiling, all that stuff. So I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to get back on the YouTube bandwagon. The algorithm does not like when you take weeks off or months off, so that's okay. But I'm not really doing the YouTube thing for that anyways. This is a rambling, I know. But if you're interested in those Micro Four Thirds lenses, please comment below or find me. My email is listed somewhere on YouTube. Many of you have found it. And if you're interested in buying those, I'm happy to sell them. They're in like mint condition with the boxes. I'll give you a fair offer on them. And looking forward to making more videos for you guys. I just feel like I had to get out here and make a video to kind of address where I've been. Because some people have been like, hey, I haven't seen you on YouTube. Hey, I haven't seen you on Instagram. Like, where are you at? What's going on? That's what I've been doing. Selling my fifth wheel, selling my truck, picking up the Mustang, moving the Olympus gear, going back to Fuji, picking up some lenses, looking at some film stuff as well. When you shoot film, it might take me a week or two to finish a roll. Because if I'm not out actively shooting a lot, that can delay my output as well. So we'll talk about all those things coming up moving forward. And I'm looking forward to what's coming over the next 3 months. I'm really looking forward to YouTube for 2024. I think the channel change is going to be a fun refresh, and I'm going to enjoy making videos a lot more. So that's it, guys. Thanks. This was not a super valuable video. Just checking in with you guys, the 5,100 subscribers that subscribe to me, which I can't believe that. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to making more stuff for you guys. I'll see you in the very, very, very near future. See ya.